Wait a second, let me lock in. 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 He was running his mouth non-stop, that's why I dropped him. Speak loud, boy, you whisper when you talking. Hit him with a right, you ain't left me no options. Had him like a cornball, that's why I had to pop him. Like a chain around my neck, I had to put him in a coffin. Started waking up to the same old shit. The world in my hands, if I could just get a grip. Too much for me to handle, had to strengthen my wrist. Easy to dismantle when you build it brick by brick. If you bad man, then I'm robbing. Did I start a motherfucker run me your pockets? Hurry up, we ain't night jogging. I'ma make your mother have to declutter your closet. Wait a second, let me lock in. 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 I just met a kinky bitch that she got me in bondage. Oh shit, now I'm hooked on Fondays. No booth, baby, this straight chronic. I get it wet, let it study hydroponics. I ain't worried about no felony, cause I'ma make my bitch register my gun for me. Just on my gram, baby. Just tryna make 100 grand, baby. If you bad man, then I'm robbing. Did I start a motherfucker run me your pockets? Hurry up, we ain't night jogging. I'ma make your mother have to declutter your closet. Wait a second, let me lock in. 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 He was running his mouth non-stop, that's why I dropped him. Speak loud, boy, you whisper when you talking. Hit him with a right, you ain't left me no options. Had him like a cornball, that's why I had to pop him. Like a chain around my neck, I had to put him in a coffin. Started waking up to the same old shit. The world in my hands, if I could just get a grip. Too much for me to handle, had to strengthen my wrist. Easy to dismantle when you build it brick by brick. If you bad man, then I'm robbing. Did I start a motherfucker run me your pockets? Hurry up, we ain't night jogging. I'ma make your mother have to declutter your closet. Wait a second, let me lock in. 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 I just met a kinky bitch that she got me in bondage. Oh shit, now I'm hooked on Fondays. No booth, baby, this straight chronic. I get it wet, let it study hydroponics. I ain't worried about no felony, cause I'ma make my bitch register my gun for me. Just on my gram, baby. Just tryna make 100 grand, baby. If you bad man, then I'm robbing. Did I start a motherfucker run me your pockets? Hurry up, we ain't night jogging. I'ma make your mother have to declutter your closet. Wait a second, let me lock in. 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 He was running his mouth non-stop, that's why I dropped him. Speak loud, boy, you whisper when you talking. Hit him with a right, you ain't left me no options. Had him like a cornball, that's why I had to pop him. Like a chain around my neck, I had to put him in a coffin. Started waking up to the same old shit. The world in my hands, if I could just get a grip. Too much for me to handle, had to strengthen my wrist. Easy to dismantle when you build it brick by brick. If you bad man, then I'm robbing. Did I start a motherfucker run me your pockets? Hurry up, we ain't night jogging. I'ma make your mother have to declutter your closet. Wait a second, let me lock in. 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 I just
We're good. Hello. Hi.
Hello and welcome, everybody.
I'm Kelo.
I'm apparently bad at doing intros.
Obviously.
I am Sage Therion. Welcome to Zeroed In. Today we are going to be zeroing in on Rainbow Six Siege.
Can we off to say right off the bat is the rework of Clash is so good. It was so needed.
I was actually really impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I usually don't play Clash. But seeing what they did with Clash during this last update, it was refreshing and actually rather nice.
Okay, I'm gonna turn off that. Yeah, no, the Clash rework was interesting because I thought it was gonna be Monty that did that, but they revamped it and said no, that's gonna be the Clash rework now.
Yeah.
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
Hold on.
I think
I'm struggling. Hold on.
okay.
Hold on. Hold
Panic.
on. Panic. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but it closed everything. There we go. All right, we're good.
Speaking of shield reworks, though, Blackbeard had his.
That is very true. Blackbeard did get reworked. I was honestly shocked about that because his face shield was so good.
Down to 10 seconds.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
5 seconds.
I feel like his face shield was good in the beginning, and then they
Located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
took that and went, no, we need to dumb that down by like 80%. So like one single tap of a weapon, and all of a sudden you had no face shield.
Yeah, and I don't know why they did that because you could also just shoot at his body and kill him faster than he could kill you. You just have to be fast about it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of found that weird, you know, that someone would do that and rework Blackbeard entirely. I didn't really like his rework. Speaking of Blackbeard,
It's like, well, you know, we're talking about him. We might as well.
Might as well play him. You know, I think the one thing I like about Blackbeard is how loud he clomps now. They really nerfed his movement speed when they gave him the shield, which is super nice because he used to be a 2-speed.
Yes, he was actually rather speedy for having a shield-like tendency. But yes, now they've made him extremely louder, slower,
Be ready.
and I think it's honestly kind of a good balance compared to some of the others.
You know, as one who loves to play intel-based characters such as Mozzie, Valk, you know, kind of like the controlling characters that have all the intel in the world, can we go back a few seasons and talk about Operation Dustline? Because I once again, I never played Siege at that current moment in time. I played Siege when Nook and Warden came out. So I don't know what all things they added, you know? Minus, of course, Valk and Blackbeard with their, you know, their util and what all they did.
Yes, and that was also. I don't know why I almost wanted to say Consulate was the map, but Consulate was not the map.
It was the President plane, wasn't it?
No, I want to say, wasn't it Border?
It may have been Border. It could have been.
Pretty sure it was Border.
The and with what all they've done to rework Valk and rework how her cameras work, because you used to be able to throw them outside and they'd be fine.
Yeah.
You know, I've never seen someone as intricate as Valk be played like the way she is, you know? It was just, it was kind of crazy to me when they came out, because those are the only two Americans in the game. And they're meant to, like, aren't they meant to represent our Marine Corps? Right?
So actually, Blackbeard is Navy SEAL.
Navy SEAL. So what would be Valk then? What would Valkyrie be?
I'm not quite sure which one Valk was actually.
Maybe U.S. Army, with the way she kind of reloads her gun and stuff?
Could be Army or some sort of, like special forces. Maybe CIA. Man, I was gonna say maybe CIA.
CIA?
Well, you got to think about it. CIA is not just, you know, not just intelligence gathering, but
Not just intel gathering, but also kind of...
I mean, they do a lot of field stuff.
That's very true, I guess.
And with everything
I
in the
don't...
Middle East, like,
I don't know. I never would have expected CIA to come out, because, you know, we do have Ash and Thermite, Castle, and Pulse as FBI agents, you know? Like, they're all FBI. FBI SWAT, in fact. Like, they're, you know... Then you have GIGN with Twitch, Montang, or Doc and Rook, you know? And then, you know,
Mhm.
SAS as well. So it's obvious that they've created, like, the fundamentals for military operations and stuff like that. Even with the new characters they've added, they've, you know, found places for them.
yeah. Well, and when you look at like uh the German side, with IQ, Bandit, they're the GSG 9, which is Germany's, counterterrorism, which in a sense, still kind of fits the. We could look at like CIA being part of Rainbow
Maybe.
Six Siege.
But I feel like they would
I don't
just keep
actually
it
remember
domed
what.
down to U.S. military, no? So that, because in lore they'll put what branch they were a part of, but I don't think they would make it too, you know.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Um,
Like Operation Black Ice was that when they introduced Black Ice skins for all the pathfinding characters? Because that was also when Buck and Frost were added to the game, you know?
mhm.
So where exactly would that fall in line, you know? Where would the Black Ices have come from?
Right. But I'm not too sure. I feel like, in essence,
It's kind of one of those weird things, you know? You don't really know where that all falls in line. Granted, I never played the
Op 4 eliminated.
the first like the first few seasons of I never played the first season of when Siege became Siege, you know? I've never played the beta. I literally came into when Warden and Nook came out. So from there on I kind of know all the characters, but I never really understood how Siege became Siege, you know? Like yeah, they'll tell you how it became off the YouTube videos, but there has to be more behind it than just that.
Right. And I mean, God, it seems like forever ago, since Siege originally dropped.
But there hasn't been that many operations, you know. Like, yeah, Siege has been out for like what, 6, 7, 8, 9 years?
Well, it would be 10.
10
That's why
years?
the Siege X.
Oh yeah, you're right. 10 years.
But each season was its own
Oh, Valk was Navy SEALs.
operation. Is she also Navy SEAL?
Yes.
Okay, so then yeah. Both were Navy SEAls. I guess that should have been pretty fucking apparent.
Yeah. we're probably the stupidest people alive, but that's okay. We're not here to, we're not here
Because
to.
I'm like, attackers and defenders usually, are paired and they're from the same.
It's kind of like
That
with Echo and Habana. They were both introduced at the same time under a rivalry, because you could see them both holding weapons towards each other in their the screen. And I think that's when the it's not theme park, it's the other one, the one with the tower, not the tower, but the Chinese tower.
Oh, yeah.
That's when that map got introduced. So it comes apparent a lot of these maps that I thought were OG aren't actually the OG maps. Like House was OG, but House got reworked. Like it.
But the only downside is that at this point in time, almost every map has been reworked. Like Consulate, oh my lord. Of all the reworks that I like, dislike, Consulate is by far the worst rework I think I've ever seen.
Consulate's had its all-time low. I think they should have just kept it where it's at. But they did say that next season, Consulate might be getting another rework. So I think Ubisoft is kind of listening to their content creators and players about a couple maps that aren't really that good, that everyone hates. Because Ubisoft can kind of see how each map has fared, and so far I've seen a lot of people leave Lair, Nighthaven Labs, hell, even God, what's that? What's Consulate map we were just talking about? Like I think they're finally listening to what we need and instead of what they want.
Which, I mean, would be excellent. Would be nice.
I don't know. I mean, it just kind of seems kind of, like Siege kind of flopped with the Ash hitbox. Ash's hitbox used to be non-existent, and then they made it exist. I mean, there's just a lot of issues that they fixed with Siege X that they didn't really fix beforehand with a lot of their games.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm overthinking it a bit, but I definitely think they've created a lot better environment for themselves.
Failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
And kind of, what as like a player would want. Because their goal by the end is to add 50 operators to each side. That's their end goal. That's been their end goal.
Which is kind of an insane end goal when you think about it.
It is, because that's a lot. That's 100 operators for each, like for both, and they're adding 50 to each side. And some of these people don't have a counterpart to them. You know, like when Osa came out, she doesn't really have that counterpart rival. You know.
Hmm.
Ready to eliminate hostiles.
Like when Azami came out, there was no real counterpart to him or to her. You know, there was no rival. It's just these games nowadays have gotten so smart with how they create. Because when they came out with Deimos became enemy number 1 to everyone, you know? It was kind of insane, you know?
5 seconds to insertion.
How they could make one character be the bad guy, but everyone
Op
else
4
is good,
located a bomb.
but yet still add the bad
Hostile
guy
action.
into the game, you know? I mean, it was just kind of crazy to think about, you know, how one character could become the bad guy for everyone. It's kind of crazy to think about, you know?
Yes.
Now, I came up with a theory, and I'm pretty sure I told you about this theory a long time ago, right?
Hmm.
But it was with Pulse and Habana having a kid. Because in one of the cutscenes, it was Pulse and Habana saying, "Hey, babe, you know."
It was the
It was when the
SY21.
stadium. It was when the first
Yeah,
stadium came
yeah.
out. And so I kind of theorized that Deimos is their future kid. And he came back into the past to fuck everyone up.
Op 4 eliminated.
But, you know, it's just kind of one of those things, you know, I like to think about.
Yeah, though Demos has been identified.
He has, yes. Isn't he from Texas? I think he's from Texas. He has that hard country southern accent to him, you know?
Well, he's I forgot how the backstory actually goes. Because Deimos' lore is kind of new to me as well, but like he's one of the first Rainbow Six operators.
Ah,
Friendly drone deployed.
that makes a lot of sense to how he knew how they did it. That's how they knew they were always one step ahead of him. You know, that's interesting. He was always one
Yes,
step
because
ahead.
yep, because what it was is like it was him and one of his teammates. They were on a mission, and it became one of those like, oh my god, we could salt the earth, you know, start new, burn everything to the ground type deals. And it was a no, yes, no, yes.
Located
One
a bomb.
dies,
Make
and
your way to
then
its location and defuse.
the other one supposedly also died, but did the whole MIA thing, came back is Deimos.
I see. I just found out something pretty interesting for this map and this map alone. If you try to go to the barn in the orchard on the outside with your drone, it will instantly break. So that's good to know, but
Well, that's good news.
it's, I mean, yeah, that makes a lot more sense to know how Deimos really came to be, you know? Because everyone was confused when Deimos came out. They did not know who Deimos was. Deimos was kind of one of those characters, you know, that he's kind of like Vigil. Keep it a mystery, you know? I'm really running out of topics. I need you to start talking a bit, please. God, please.
Well, it's difficult to do the actual gameplay and the conversations at once. At least in my mind.
Op 4 eliminated. Friendly
I don't know how
mission
everybody
successful.
else, you know, does their things, but trying to focus on both things is complicated.
Gaming? Nah, not for me. That's something you gotta break, man. Keep in mind
You gotta break it.
we aren't really trying to play the game. We're just kind of playing it and talking about it, man.
Well, I know that. But at the same time, if I focus, then I'm not going to do anything.
That's
Friendly
fair.
drone deployed. Op 4.
You know, so if I'm
Very
focused on
fair.
the conversation, I'm going to be like, yeah, okay. And as you've seen, like, thus far, I think I've
You've been interrupted
managed to...
3 times trying to shoot me. Eventually, guys, we will record so that we could just talk. I will record sessions and we can post those up so you know we're not having to do this. But can we talk about Callie and Osa's relationship a bit?
5 seconds.
Yeah, it's not something that I'm overly familiar with.
So
Located
they
a
have been
bomb.
friends.
Way to
Callie
execution.
invited Osa to Siege. They have been friends longer than they have been in the Siege together, you know? They're basically kind of like Ella and Sophia, you know, with the sister rivalry, except it's not a rivalry, it's an attack thing.
Huh.
You know? So there's no actual bonus to it, but they have been friends longer than I want to say most. You know?
Well, and it's funny, too, because Callie... Like, going through the lore of Rainbow Six, you know, Callie is a very... I like to do things my way, and kind of a braggart in a sense.
Yeah. I could get that. Because, you know, there was the Ash-Callie rivalry.
That's kind of what I was focusing on there, was the,
Was that
you know,
rivalry?
you don't want to follow my rules.
We need to work as a team, not an insubordinate that doesn't want to listen to me, because Ash is a leader. Ash has always been a leader, but Callie is also a leader themselves, and so they think they don't have to listen to Ash, you know.
Right, which did play into the favor when Siege when Rainbow Six kind of had its
breaking point almost.
Well, like that, but also, in a sense, kind of like Marvel Civil War.
Friendly drone
Oh
deployed.
yeah,
Op
with the attackers siding with the defenders and some
Well,
siding
like
with Ash, others
operators.
siding defenders, fighting each other. That's how the teams got created, you know?
Yeah, and that was the thing too, was that because a lot of operators left and went to, I forgot if it's like
It was
Watchtower something.
it was more or less different organizations within a tower.
Yeah,
10
and
seconds.
that was like the whole thing, was it was an actual like separate organization
5 seconds to go.
that
Like Callie is Night Haven, you know, that's
The bomb's
always
location and
been
defuse.
Callie's thing was Night Haven. I think Osa's also a part of Night Haven, and so is Ace, but Ace loves Osa, and that's the reason he's there, you know?
yeah, and that so then that happens, and then of course with Deimos's new lore as well being added into that, that he was the one who put or who continued to put Rainbow Six and Night Tower in the same locations, pitting them against each other, basically, knocking them both out.
Well, Deimos was kind of introduced as a bad guy because he showed up. He didn't necessarily show up, right? But it was
Op 4 eliminated.
it
Friendly
was
mission successful.
Callie versus him at the start. You know, we didn't really know who Callie was fighting. Little did we know it was actually Deimos, I'm pretty sure. Because Cav went to interrogate Callie about missing weapons or something. You know, it's just
Yeah.
kind of one of those things. It was something
Mhm.
that was missing from Night Haven's organization. And Callie was trying to track it down, and then Cav stopped her. That was in the cutscene, you know?
But yeah, so I just find it interesting how everything's kind of played out. So I mean, what even in this season when they really broke down like the teams, um, what we saw the attackers, I think it was Thermite Squad that was trying to get to the weapon caches and the building exploded on them. I want to say that's how that one went.
That's when Deimos killed Harry.
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about because he said 2 operators down, like something ought to go. You know, because Thermite came up on top of them to secure them just to find out that there was a bomb planted inside of them.
Hmm.
And I think Ash and Thermite survived. You may have to correct me on that.
So we don't actually know, from what I understand, because
Well, I think we do
the
because the
ending
recent cutscene I think it was Ash talking when
was
they
it
were
Ash
trying to
talking?
save Dokkaebi because Dokkaebi got captured.
Engage Op 4.
You know, I mean, Dokkaebi was captured. That was confirmed that Dokkaebi had gotten taken alive and kind of, you know, just became, you know, the savior of it all. It seems like.
Hmm. Or no, I thought Ash was. No, someone was in a coma.
It may have been Thermite. Thermite may have been in a coma.
10 seconds remaining.
Beforehand, I think the way Deimos got stopped
5 seconds.
was when Rook, Doc, and Mira were trying to protect someone.
Bomb located by Op 4.
Yes, they were protecting I don't know. I don't remember who they were protecting, but yes, they were doing. Well, they were actually trying to do an extraction, but it ended up failed because he still died.
Yeah, but they stopped the Deimos overall. That's the important part.
Yeah, which I was actually I was actually kind of afraid watching that cutscene because I thought we were losing both Doc and Rook in
I
that
thought we were
instance.
losing Mira too. Mira was, she's kind of, the saving grace of it all.
Because I mean, when Doc took that bullet to the face, I thought it was all over.
Oh yeah, no, me too, man. That was probably the scariest time for Siege, It was just kind of one of those things, Like losing 3 agents is a terrifying thing.
Well, especially for an organization like Rainbow, who does not see losses almost if at all.
It's almost as if it's staged a little bit too, It's not one of those things that, kind of create the illusion, of losing an operative. So when that bomb exploded on Ash and Thermite, we thought, oh god, they both died. But it looks like they made it just outside of the blast zone, to create that disarray.
Right.
That's what
It's just kind of one of those things, you don't really think about it until it happens, until it's confirmed that one's dead, one's alive. And they didn't update Ash's portfolio saying killed in action by Deimos, They didn't update their biography.
That's true. And we don't know. I mean, with Deimos being, one of the first operatives, when he killed his teammate way back then, maybe that's one of the 2 operators that he's talking about that are down. Or he's talking about current operators, in which case, who are the ones that we're really going to see outed in, at least in the lore base. I don't know if they would actually really get rid of the operators themselves, but
I think they would, just to create some suspense.
knock them out for a season or so.
Yeah. Be like, oh yeah, this character may have passed away, therefore we can't play them.
second flag.
That would also be pretty smart, is to, kill off
5
some
seconds.
operators that need to be killed off, Yeah, I mean, it needs to happen. We need to
four
have some
located
losses,
bomb.
I feel like, before we ever see some gains. Because all we have is gains right now, It's not an assembly line of people, it's people who do extra training, who, protect lives of people, but yet there's been no losses,
Right. And well, and that's kind of what we're seeing now, though, with the continued battles with, I want to say like High Tower, but Night Tower, or the other organization. We'll just say, make it easy.
Ain't no way you said make it easy and then shoot me in the back of the head. That's crazy. But yeah, no, it like Vigil was originally trying to capture Dokkaebi, and then Harry stopped him. He's like, "Hey, come join Siege,"
Hmm.
Like, Harry's the only one that I think knew about Vigil when Dokkaebi and Vigil came out.
But I mean, that's that's kind of Harry's job. Harry is the one to do the recruiting, the finding, the everything
The hard
for
labor.
Rainbow.
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4.
Also,
Yeah,
if we could
except
talk about
for
the
actually being.
Dokkaebi rework as well at some point, you know.
There's a lot of reworks that we can actually touch base on now.
Than there has been.
Yeah, well, because usually they only did one rework, a
But when
season.
Siege
But
X
now,
came out, they reworked a lot of operators and how they work.
Mhm.
And which why I'm a little upset that they reworked Dokkaebi a bit, because they kind of nerfed her. So you can't call,
5 seconds.
like, towards the start of entering a site. You have to get a kill first before you do it.
Bomb location and defuse.
I don't think it was kill based. I think it's time based still.
Well, yeah, but for hacking and stuff, that wastes a point. So you might as well do it with a hack now, you know?
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Like it's now on a track base, because it used to be it's a track time now. It's not an infinite just timer that you can time it, you know? You only get two times to do it, and it's a track timer.
Yeah, well, and they maxed a lot of things like what Legion, goo mines have a max limit now.
That is, they've always had a max limit though. Ever since I played Siege, it's always been a max limit of like 13 or 12, I think.
Well, but now it's down to what I think is 7 is its max.
Friendly mission successful.
I want to say 7 is the max now.
It used to be
So
a
with
lot.
every
It used to be a bigger max than what it is now. What it is,
Well, yeah, because I mean,
and they
you
also
could,
made it to where it's no longer invisible.
Mhm.
Like that was the most important thing, was that everyone hated, was his goo mines were invisible to the naked eye. Like, you basically couldn't see them unless if you were like plane level with them, you know?
But from my understanding, it was more or less like a caltrop.
Yes, that's exactly what it was meant to be. It was like a stinger caltrip, where it would kind of poke you and stay in you and do damage. It was kind of like a poison caltrip.
Mhm.
Friendly drone
And
deployed. Op 4.
I don't know. For
But
those of
even
us who
with
are old enough
caltraps,
to
you can
remember
still
Metal
see
Jacks,
those. Yes, oh my god. You know, I'm not that old, but I know all about those. Oh my god, that shit hurt.
yes, that shit sucked.
I remember stepping on one as a kid. I think it was worse than the time I pulled out a thumbtack for my brother, because my room was super messy. Granted, that was when I was a kid, so...
But the point is though, is that if you're not paying attention,
Seconds.
you're not going to see those. And realistically, like
In 5 seconds.
a lot of the time, you don't even notice that they're there.
Oh no, my brother noticed the thumbtack was there when he screamed out in pain saying there's a thumbtack in my foot. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I told you not to stand on that side of the bed. Because then I was the one that got in trouble for it. I'm glad my parents don't remember that. They'd kill me. They definitely would have killed me if they found out about that. I literally told my little brother, and he kept it a secret all of his life, and I'm pretty sure he's forgotten now. But yeah. Anyways, back to Siege.
That he stepped on it. Okay, yeah.
My parents didn't like having messy rooms.
Ah, okay. See, for me, I was more confused about like they'd be mad about a thumbtack.
Yeah, and his foot. Yeah, they'd be mad about that. Thank God I didn't have any rust on it.
Yeah, it's fine as long as you get a tetanus vac or a can't talk.
Tetanus shot.
Yes, one of those.
One of those. Do you think all the R6 operatives had to get their tetanus shot?
Yeah, I would have to say I'm pretty sure they would have to.
With all the bullets that are fired, do you think they would have to do tetanus shots?
Well, I don't think it's necessarily the tetanus or the bullets, but rather the locations into which they go. So, like, we can take this map for instance too, and look at
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
all the metals and other things that have been outside that essentially would start to rust. I mean, you can see on like all the tin around the building that there's a lot of rust on the barrels. So if anything, yeah, I think a tetanus shot would be required.
I don't know, man.
10 seconds.
I mean, look at
5
Wamai.
seconds.
Wamai's just fine.
Yeah, like
Located
nobody has lockjaw or anything. It's fine.
Why would you? Oh my god! I don't think you could say that.
What do you mean?
The lockjaw?
Yeah, that's a legitimate symptom of tetanus.
Oh my god.
Did you not know that was a legitimate symptom of tetanus?
No, I didn't. That's interesting. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's a legitimate like medical symptom when you get tetanus that will actually cause the muscles that control your jaw to essentially seize, and there's no like actual cure for it. The only thing that they can do is essentially like do like massage therapies and stuff, but also like breaking your jaw.
Oh my god. Terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty wild actually, in a medical standpoint.
That's crazy to think about, though.
That's why like as kids and in a lot of work areas they demand you get tetanus vaccines and updates.
I mean, in America, you have to get it. It's illegal if you don't, you know?
Trying to flash me or yourself?
A little bit both. I don't know. May have hit myself with an impact navy. Don't talk about it.
Sorry.
Hostiles.
Not supposed to focus on that fact that we're playing the game.
I mean, we can a little bit. It's not. It's not like we aren't playing Siege, but you know, that was kind of crazy that everyone just kind of saw me and packed myself.
I wish I was there.
Oh my god. No, definitely one of the things that one of my favorite reworks that they've
Engage on
done
board.
to this game is how easy it is to entry without a shield op now. Like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, they keep adding all this anti-entry stuff, but there's ways around it, you know? Like, Brava. Brava is probably one of the strongest characters, and I feel like Brava is going to be so strong during this Siege
10
tournament and
seconds
stuff
remaining.
when the new character comes out.
Down to 5
I'm
seconds.
interested to see what the new character brings to the table, to be quite honest.
Located by op.
I think it's going to be more of not like a time waster, but it's definitely going to be a hallway you want to avoid type of thing, you know?
Op 4 eliminated. Successful.
So more like a, time management type.
Yeah, like
Troll.
you shouldn't use Brava to get all that hallway, because I think I haven't touched Brava, I haven't played Brava, but I think she's like a time thing like Twitch? Or is she a track operator?
Brava, I believe, would actually fall under the more technical side.
So, like, kind of, instead of track, it's time?
Well, more like
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is
hard-reaching,
location.
destructive type, like technical.
I don't think... her drone hacks things, though. That's the issue with that. Her drone takes over defender items, like mute jammers and... a Rooney gate.
Oh, yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like...
But still, technical.
one of those things where I feel like she'd fall under what Twitch is under, you know?
To an extent, but, I mean,
Insertion
Twitch
in
just
10 seconds.
laser beams things into non-existence.
What do you
5
mean?
seconds to
With her
What is
drone.
Brava?
Well, Brava can hack
Found the bomb.
and
Make
make
your way to its location and
Brava's is just a bit
things go
different.
against the team.
It doesn't destroy everything. It only destroys some things. I don't know, I feel like Brava could be the strongest Siege operative for seasons to come. Seasons now, seasons to come, seasons for when new seasons drop, you know? Like, I feel like everyone's gonna be banning Brava for, like, the next 5 years. You know?
I mean, I would understand why.
Op 4 5. Successful.
Speaking of Twitch F2, look how... That's so stupid, how the Twitch F2 works. Who are the next operatives you think that need nerfed?
Ooh, operators that need nerf now, huh?
Yes.
Hmm. I still think I still think Ash needs a bigger hitbox. My opinion.
Just make it the size of a hallway.
And just, make it hard for her to walk through a doorway without being hit.
Okay, I could see that. Granted, I don't play
But I mean,
Ash, so I never have that issue.
I don't really think a lot of attackers really need reworked. to be quite honest.
I feel like it's more defender sided right now, more than anything. A lot of the defenders need reworked, need nerfed. Because even some of the operators that do things that, like Azami with her, being able to go outside with her little thing. I don't, I don't know what that's called, but her specialty, those little daggers she throws and it pops up that shield.
Oh
On
yeah, yeah.
Clubhouse, you can climb up with that and make it onto the roof and reinforce the hatch up there.
Huh, I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok of it, of someone actually doing it. And you can do it with anyone that has a deployable shield as well, but it's more common for people who run Azami to do it.
Hmm.
But with Siege, they've added a lot of glitches back into the game that, there's the one on... It's Buck and Frost's map when they came out. Why
I don't
can't
know.
I
All I'm
think of the
thinking of
name?
is the yacht.
No, not Yacht. The other one, the other snow map.
Chalet?
Maybe? Probably. But upstairs on the second floor in like the main area, you
So the
can...
house with like the museum type room in one.
Yeah, that map.
Hmm.
You can upstairs main area, you can literally put a deployable shield down and climb up on that beam with the deployable shield.
Yeah, I did see someone do that one.
Ready to eliminate hostiles.
So it's not like they haven't added anything new to the game, They brought back a lot of stuff that, they nerfed and got rid of. And I don't think they've realized that until people started doing it again,
Right. And I don't know. At some points, like some exploits, some glitches are
10 seconds left.
Are bad.
cool, fine dandy.
A
But
lot of
most
bad.
of them are game breaking
Op
and
4 has
just
located a bomb.
completely annoying.
Like how you can plant in the fireplace on a certain map.
Mm-hmm.
That's a glitch, by the way. There's also another glitch where you can rappel in and it'll like stick you to the ceiling, basically. And you're able to plant up top. I think it's also on the map Oregon, and that's a game-breaking bug, Very game-breaking bug, where you could just waltz on in to the site, rappel in, and be glitched to the top of the map, And
Yeah.
then you can plant on that bookshelf.
Friendly hostile.
It's one of those things,
Yeah, we definitely need to record for the next episode.
you
Throwing that out there.
are struggling, aren't you?
At this point, it's either I'm talking and I'm focusing on the conversation,
I think we just
and dying, or I am focused on the game and still dying,
Ready to eliminate hostiles.
but trying a little bit harder.
I mean, you did kill me a couple times. Do I need to go a little bit easier? Do I need to pull out the pistol?
And there's the pity, ladies and gentlemen.
But no, I definitely feel like that there's a lot of things that need to change with the new Siege. We need to have some losses, that's for sure.
10 seconds remaining. Down to
We
5
do.
seconds.
But I don't know if getting rid of operators is,
Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
the best way to go.
Maybe like have like popular people murdered. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I mean, they straight up, murdered Harry.
That's very true, and that affected the team. That actually brought them closer together to stop this event. So there was a negative and a positive to that, There was Harry dying, and then of course, the other thing. I can't think of it. Why can't I think of it?
The other thing.
The other thing, yes, the other thing. Totally, yeah. God, I'm just gonna stop that train of thought before I make a fool of myself. Which, I probably already have, but... Oh my god. Yeah, no, I mean, we need more tragedy in the game, I guess, is what we're saying for, like, lore. We have enough tragedy in comp, Are you okay?
Four eliminated. That's
Bro is freaking out. Definitely think we need to record. I agree on that one. Which we did say we were gonna do for next one. This one was just kind of a bit weird because it was a bit rushed. But
I wasn't even able to finish my lunch.
I gave you 30 minutes.
Just so everybody's aware, he's a slave driver.
I can't say that.
only drone deployed. Op 4.
Oh my god. Jesus. I do not. I'm not a slave driver. I gave him 30 minutes. I told him, hey man, we're gonna start in 30 minutes. He's like, I should be done by that point.
And then, then there was other requests and questions, and then I'm like, well, shit, I don't want to eat and speak with my mouth full, so I have to stop. And then I'm like, okay.
Oh my god.
And then it's like, nope, 30 minutes is up. We're done. We're doing this. Oh, all right.
Hey man, you also asked one of those questions.
Ask a lot of questions.
Located
I'm
a
not.
bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse.
It's alright. We'll record next session. How's that sound?
That's what we'll do.
But yeah, no, I definitely think Siege is in its right spot right now. Oh god.
Please don't hurt me.
What the fuck? You know what? I got an idea. Please don't hurt me, he says, as I told him 30 minutes.
At all costs.
Anyways, no, I feel like I feel like Siege is in a good spot, and we can be happy a little bit with how they're doing their game, because it's not like other popular games like Call of Duty, you know?
Which, yeah, I'm thankful for.
Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission success.
Can we also talk about the cakes of Siege? The big booty of Siege? Why does Gridlock have the thickest ass around?
You know, I feel like Gridlock gets a lot
It's a lot of the
of
females,
shit
too.
thrown.
It's a lot of the females, especially when they have their elites on. It's definitely a lot of the females. Like Iyana's, where you can literally look at her panties.
Oh, and the 2B skin?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You definitely can do that.
And that's where all the gooners go. They immediately be like, hey, let me look up that skirt. I definitely think Siege needs... I mean, I know this is an adult game. It's rated M for mature, right? At least I hope it is.
It is, most definitely.
But they need to stop the gooners from gooning. You know?
Ready to
The
eliminate.
gooners
I mean-
need to stop gooning.
I am a man of freedom. You know, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. I'm not gonna.
It's too much.
Tell people
It's too
no.
much goon.
And you know, we were speaking about consulate earlier.
Yeah, and here we are. I hate this map. This map
Yeah, absolutely.
is too different. I don't even know where I'm
Down to 10
at.
seconds. 5 seconds and
Like,
counting.
didn't this used to be big room? Like, where the fuck am
Op
I?
4 has located a bomb. Ready for hostile action.
Yeah, I don't really know where.
Was this the piano room where there were like 3 windows on this wall that you could just shoot through? Like, what?
I'm pretty sure that was piano room because they kept the piano.
But where's the main
But
door?
they-
You know, like, what the fuck? Main door's just gone. Oh, here's the main door. This is piano. See, I didn't even know you were there. Like, what the fuck? What is this room? Literally, upstairs is probably the best part of Consulate.
And I just want to say, not me playing Iana with the 2B skin.
With the ability to look up the skirt, which I really want to do right now because I'm a gooner. I'll happily admit I'm a gooner. Not on this game, but on Rivals, oh my god, I'm a gooner.
Ready to eliminate hostiles.
I mean, I never realized how many times, like, because, you know, I've been playing this game for a very long time. And I've never realized, like, in a cafe,
Yeah?
because, you know, since we're talking about gooning and gooners, the mural above the cupcake counter,
Yeah?
that has, you know,
10 seconds to
full... it's not full frontal nudity,
5
but
seconds.
There are titties out and ass out. That is for sure.
Yes.
Located a bomb.
and I didn't realize that actually until this year.
They definitely refined a lot of their paintings. A lot of the times you couldn't even figure out what painting was what, you know?
Hmm.
It was just kind of one of those things. My gun doesn't work? Hello? Did I shoot you?
No.
My gun doesn't work. I was right on your head. My gun
It's
broke!
the angle.
Oh, I know. I'm not even gonna attempt to do that. You can have that window, bud.
Thanks.
You can have that window. I'm going a different route.
I'm moving in. This is now my window.
Hey guys, my window here.
Thanks everybody for coming in today.
What?
I'm
We're
gonna
not
give you the
done.
tour of my window.
What the fuck? My window, guys. Guys, it's my window now. Kelo said it's his, so it's mine now. He's breaking more windows. You can't have all the windows, damn it. That's my window you just broke, fucker.
No, it's mine now.
Why are you breaking my window?
All right, you can have that one. I'll take the other one.
But yeah, no. I think
I think we'll just continue to say that Consulate sucks.
Consulate does suck. I hate fucking Consulate. I'm glad they're reworking it next season.
I want the old Consulate back. That's it.
If they bring it back, I'll be happy. But they said they're gonna modernize it, so... Oh dear god.
So wait, maybe the kitchen that's been, in the basement that's been being fixed up for the last 10 years will be done?
Possibly.
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4
It's kind of like the kids' room in House. You know how it was just under construction? So it was just called construction site or whatever? Yeah, that turned into a kids' room. So now we have car and kids. Yeah? Are you okay, bud?
Yeah, we're good.
Also, can we talk about the realistic of the bullet speed, bullet travel time in the guns?
5 seconds to go.
Are we allowed to
Bomb
do that?
location and defuse.
Because I'm noticing a lot of resemblances from Tarkov to this game. You know, like with Kapkin's SMG. I'm being called. This is bad time.
Terrible timing.
Alright. I guess I'm not having dinner with my family tonight, which means I gotta fend for myself.
What that call was about?
Yeah. Where the hell... I don't know where I'm at. I hate this map. This map sucks. I hate this map. This map sucks.
Hey, you can't do that.
I'll shoot at your desk instead!
Oh, it's my desk.
Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
Really kind of put myself in the corner there. I put baby in the corner. That was my fault.
I can definitely say that Siege bullet travel time is definitely the same as Tarkov bullet travel time. So everyone keeps saying that, oh, Siege aim sucks so bad. No, the Siege aim doesn't suck. You suck, my friend.
Friendly drone deployed. Up 4 station.
Also, Ayana does have a pretty good cake. Out of all the characters, I would definitely date Ayana. You know?
I don't.
What? You don't like the small build women that can hold really big guns like the G36C?
10 seconds.
No, that's not the issue.
You just don't
I
like
don't think-
small
5
small
seconds.
women.
Once again,
Proceed to bomb
not the
location
issue.
and defuse it.
What's the issue?
The issue is that I don't know. I'm just saying, if I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw that, I'd probably scream like a little girl because holy fuck, why is there a ghost in my house?
Op 4 eliminated.
Yeah.
I had to take a double take there. I was like, what? What do you mean if you saw that? She's pretty sexy.
I mean, I feel like, she could be her own nightlight.
with her body. You just don't like,
like,
the lighter
realistically,
skinned
like-
people. It's crazy. We listen and we don't judge. I don't know.
I mean, however, though,
having
like,
having two of her in one room, oh my god. It's Jover for me.
like, honestly, like I said, the 2B skin, fantastic, wonderful.
Her normal skin.
Her normal skin.
Looks like a vampire. They did not add a lot of detail to her face. They were just like, yeah, let's make it pale white.
Like, extremely.
I could have swore I had Scorpos unlocked.
I feel like Scorpos is going to be another one that they're going to have to rework.
Why? For the fact that Brava can just hack his drone and play as
Ready to
Scorpos?
evade hostiles.
Can that happen?
Yes. Yes, it can.
Oh, no shit.
Scorpos is so underrated that people don't think that Brava can hack it and play as it. Maybe not play as it, but definitely take control of it to where he only has one character to play.
Huh.
Yeah, it's not fun. It actually
Didn't actually know
it's
that.
like the biggest nerf of all time.
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
But at the same time, being able to play, I mean, technically
Located
two
by Op
characters in one, There
You're
has to
not
be some sort
technically
of.
playing two characters in one. You're playing one character with two health bars.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what's
but
happening.
you know. Excuse me.
Yes.
Sorry, I'll leave.
I'm leaving. I don't trust you.
Out. Fuck this shit.
He said, "Yeah, let's play on bank." Proceeds to push garage right.
Man, I'm glad I didn't go through garage. That would have been terrible.
Oh no. How
Oh
awful
no.
that would have been. Oh my god. I didn't even see you. That's also another thing is that how tight the angles are to which you can shoot and almost hit someone is kind of insane. Like, see, I didn't see you on the angle that I was holding, but I see you here, you know?
Fuck you, turning off your lights.
No! I need those! Take a grenade!
No.
Take a bullet.
We listen and we
You
don't judge.
I don't think he was ready for the repeat. I think for Siege, what it used to be and what it is now, it's a lot better. A lot healthier space. I see a lot less toxicity within the community than I did when I was on Xbox, getting messages telling me that I'm garbage and I should go jump off a bridge.
Yeah, I think the community has kind of dulled that down a little bit.
Ready to eliminate hostiles.
But you also don't have the ability to, just start a game and start kicking people because you don't want them on your team. Or they're a low level or.
Well, that you see, that was meant for people who are cheating, but people kept abusing it and kicking clutch or kick, you know.
Well, it wasn't just like clutch or kick type stuff though. Like, I mean, I couldn't tell you how many times I got immediately just like kicked from a match
10
because
seconds to insert.
You were a part of a XGN or you were a clan
5
kid
seconds
or
and counting.
stuff like that.
no, just because I was a low level
Op 4
or
has located a bomb.
Really?
You know-
Hostile action.
That's crazy.
if people were doing like back in the day, like everybody's doing a shield rush or a
If you didn't choose recruit with shield, you didn't. But those
You're
were the good
basically either
days.
dead
Those were the good days of
or-
Siege. I feel like.
were kicked.
Take a Pokeball.
You know what? That's fair. Ow. That hurt. That was rude.
Oh, it's rude.
First, you threw a fucking ball at me.
Who would ever do such a thing? This is
Need
why
to
we
record.
don't play customs.
This is why we need to record.
Well, we didn't really have time to record because we literally set it for fucking Monday, and I was too tired because you got home at 10 p.m. my time.
But all the times where I'm like, we should really plan forward, and really do something.
But isn't doing it
Like, yes.
just cause it's better? It makes it more fantastic.
No, not always.
Moment of silence for the people that are struggling to talk. It's me and you, because I'm also struggling to talk at times, but I'm trying to get words out, not not focusing on one or the other. Mr. I can multitask. You literally said that. I kid you not, guys. He had said he can multitask because he created an email for Zeroed In, because that's where we're gonna start doing our podcast, or on a different Twitch page and stuff.
Need to bomb location and defuse.
But I was eating food and making an email and a YouTube channel, and
Yeah, but you can do all that with one email.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's not the same as I'm sitting here playing a game at the same time.
What do you mean? That's what we literally said. This time we're just gonna play the game. And get it over with, I don't know what that is. I'm struggling to see. Like, this is what we planned for. I don't know where you're at, and it's scaring me. Help! Ah, Chetty's, he's insane. He's insane. Chetty's insane. Ah, you missed.
That was unfortunate.
It's my time. Now is the time I cry. We have been at this for about an hour and a half. So I think it's about time, seeing as how we're running out of topics to talk about, that we ended off here.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do.
That'll do. All right, everyone. If you all enjoyed this podcast and what seemed to come of it today, let us know. And if you want, you said the account's already created.
So the email and the YouTube has
But
been,
not the Twitch account.
but no, not the Twitch.
Okay.
My leg.
Well, when it's out, we'll get all that set up. We have an entire week to prep for this, so he's gonna get stuff done on his end. I'm gonna get stuff done on my end. This will be posted to YouTube. If y'all want to look at it, I'm gonna be posting it to YouTube so you guys can watch it there in case if you missed anything. Be sure to follow us on Zeroed In when that account gets created, and also don't forget to subscribe on the YouTube side. That helps us get algorithmized and a lot more viewers to view in. But anyways, without further ado, I think that's day one of Zeroed In. I appreciate everyone for coming in and tuning in for this awesome stream.
You're all breathtaking.
Breathtaking stream. I think we said we're gonna sit here for a little bit and talk to chat if anyone is still awake. and that wants to talk to chat, but I think everyone's kind of lurking, so that might not be the case.
Yeah, I think everybody's just chilling, doing their thing.
Stay tuned though, because I think next week we're gonna be doing some segments of Halo, right?
Yeah, we can either do that or continue on with like actually delving more into
Into Siege.
into Siege.
I could get down with that. We could do segments, and I could create playlists on YouTube for like each game.
Because I mean, yeah, we kind of touched base on a lot of random aspects. But I mean, there's so many operators that we can talk about, phases of the game,
We would
like
have to
changes.
unlock them to get to know them. That's the issue. That's the issue I'm having.
Well, that is the issue for one, because I don't have that one.
I don't have a lot of them unlocked. I only have the certain few.
Yeah, I have-
Eventually, chat, we will get good at this. This is day one. This was our Labor Day special for people who were off work and wanted to kind of listen in and lurk and see what we're on
This
about.
was the holiday hoobie woody.
It's a Labor Day special. But
No,
this
it's Labor Day and
podcast-
we're special.
This podcast is meant to like kind of talk about the randomness of games, a little lore with it. As you can see, we kind of touched basis with the lore and stuff, you know. And then also, it's to kind of build a theory on who's who, like the Deimos Habana Pulse theory, you know. But that's about it. That's all that is. So without further ado, should we go raid out to someone?
Do we have anybody live?
Let me check. I know I usually have people live on my end that we can raid out to. We got a few people live.
Then yeah, why not send it
Um,
their way? Damn, I could have been screen peeking this whole time.
You could have. I wouldn't have known. We could raid out to Rye. I know Rye's kind of lurking in my chat right now. If you want, meet someone new.
Optimism isn't sunshine and
Oh, we can
rainbows.
send it over that way.
It's fixing things, changing things.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute that because I'm pretty sure they can hear that. I don't have a ending stream thing. I just have the starting soon. So we're gonna raid out to Rye. If you guys haven't followed him, Rye is a great person. He's playing Valorant right now with, I think, his friend Midge. So without further ado, go show him some love, some support. We're gonna get out of your hair and act like everything's okay. This was a catastrophic treatment, but it was okay because it was almost perfect. Anyways,
I mean, you know, as far as first episodes go, that's not the worst.
it's not. Is this gonna be the Labor Day catastrophic special? Am I gonna label that as the YouTube video? Alrighty, everyone, have a good rest of your day. Give me a second. I'm not under the